All right, so I got a little story before we start the night off, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so story time. I actually forgot the first story, so you're all saved and spared that one. Second story, however, I didn't forget because it involves everyone's favorite local political bad take retard that Max knows very well.
I mean, I don't know him that well,
Well, I tell
but I
him.
know him through you
Yeah, I tell him you.
because you're constantly sharing his adventures.
So
Is this the guy you were posting in on Science
yes.
server?
Oh, jeez.
So, he decided to have another local retardedly bad take today. So I posted an article at him from Fox News of them quoting a Democrat House of Representatives, Democrat senator, some Democrat position of power person, right? She got quoted saying, "We should send Republicans to concentration camps to re-educate them."
Well, yeah, MAGA supporters specifically.
Yeah. And
But either way,
I mean, it's basically the same thing. But I send this article to him, and do you want to guess how he responds? Because I can guarantee you won't. You won't guess it.
he agreed.
And said, "I see nothing. I see nothing wrong."
No, you're very cold.
Did he say it was a lie?
No. One more try. I believe in you guys.
He volunteered to build it himself.
No, he pointed out that the owner of Fox News is Jewish.
Hold
on there.
Yeah!
Oh.
Yeah, he just starts fucking spamming me the early life sections of all of these Fox News executives.
The man's name is Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, is that like a surprise to this person?
No. He was like, "You're wrong because they're Jewish." It's like,
that's way funnier than my reaction.
Oh, okay. That's I wasn't prepared for you to respond with "but Jew."
Why would you?
It was just.
I'll be completely honest. I was gonna say something about black people or something.
No, yeah, he just
I
started.
thought Jews would be a bit too much.
Yeah, he was just like, look, they're Jews. Look, they're owned by Jews. They're run by Jews, and it's like, how is this a refutation to anything in the article or the article? Like, I wasn't really sure where Homie was trying to go with that one. Look,
I don't think Homie knew where Homie was going with that one.
I think Homie was trying to go to jail.
And then he follows that up with, "Fox News doesn't stand for anything. You think they care about Democrats or anything besides total domination? The Jews."
I mean, I just want to point out. So far, there is, to my knowledge, only one major news corporation in America who used a libel defense of "we are entertainment and no one should expect to take us seriously."
Was that Fox News?
Yes.
That was only for Tucker Carlson's
Oh, you're right. I'm
show,
sorry. That was
not their
specifically the
news.
Tucker Carlson show.
Because he was a talk show, not a news source.
Yes.
They threw him under the bus, rightfully so.
I mean, yeah, listen, the man's over there drinking Putin's whatever juice, so.
What the fuck are you? Hold on, there's something on my fucking wall, and I want to know if I need to shoot it.
Sneaky, just remember to use the rock salt shotgun, not the real shotgun.
Nope. Instructions unclear using real gun.
I mean, the problem will be solved. You just may need to replaster your wall.
Yeah, probably. No, hold on. There is, in fact, a buggo on the wall.
I'm thinking napalm.
Alright,
What do
you
you
little
what are you gonna
shit.
grab? Well, let's go.
You eat the box. Eat the box one day, buggo. Or the spider that's behind the TV you just crawled under, so you're probably fucked anyway.
Oh, he just picked the wrong hiding spot.
When you're retreating in Dark Souls and you pull another mob.
Yeah, so...
No, I'm sorry. It's more like when you're retreating in Elden Ring and you retreat into a boss room.
Anyway.
Wait, no.
But yeah, so I respond back to him. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't like Fox News either. I just found it funny that they were calling that they had an article about Democrats calling for concentration camps. And he's like, yeah, but it's all fake. The Democrats and Republicans are working together to sponsor Fox News.
I mean, let me be clear. I do think there are Republicans and Democrats that work together, but only as members of the 1% that want to oppress the middle class of America.
Yeah. And then, like, he goes on and on about how it's all just media buzz and smoke screens, and then eventually goes, and you might be right, the Democrats are a bit concentration campy.
I mean, I don't know how to respond to that because you had one clearly saying it.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you might be on it. So it's like,
Like, I want to be clear. It's not one. It's not Democrats are. It's one of them deliberately called.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, I also didn't read the article.
Motherfucker.
So he just saw Fox News and was like, Jews! And then calmed down enough to read the title of the article and was like, yeah, they are calling for concentration camps.
I can't eat. I'm sorry. His immediate reaction to seeing Fox News in the link was to yell about Jews.
Yes.
You know, he might have more problems than he's willing to admit.
Well, I've called him out multiple times now for how much he talks about how he doesn't listen to mainstream news and how he only listens to wholesome heckin' sources.
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, he's a Redditard.
Look. I just pull my news from like 5 or 6 different sources, and when possible, try to read about the same events from 2 generally oppositely aligned sections of the media, and generally try to parse what information I can from that.
Sure.
Not wholesome heckin' sources, whatever the fuck that means. Because sure, maybe you'll get
NPR.
Maybe you'll get a place that's largely speaking neutral and unbiased, but do you know they'll remain that way in the future? No, instead, just have some basic fucking media literacy and do your best to parse between them while recognizing that there is such a thing as the gray fallacy, and sometimes people are saying it's black and the other side is saying it's white. No, it really is black.
Yeah. He also then goes on to say, obviously putting people into death camps is absurd. Clearly the news is trying to manufacture consent for death camps to make MAGA-tards vote for death camps against Joe Biden's faction.
What?
Yeah, so he 360 kickflips it to be like, well, actually, the only reason why the Jewish Fox News is hosting an article about a Democrat saying they want concentration camps for Republicans is because actually Fox News wants the prime MAGA retards to put Democrats into concentration camps.
Truly, a devious false flag off.
That is not what I would have pulled.
19D chess. What can I say? And then he starts talking about how Disney uses slave labor, and I'm just like,
I mean, they probably do. But...
yeah? What does this have anything to do with the article I sent you? But yeah, he does this pretty often, is whenever I send him something that goes directly against his worldview that Democrats are actually secretly really good.
Understanding, like...
Would he unironically agree with the horseshoe theory? No. Because basically from what I've understood from his arguments is that he argues that everyone that votes Democrat is actually secretly a really wholesome, good person, and they just want to save everybody. But the leaders are the evil ones, leading them astray.
I mean, I think that about the vast majority of America's political systems. I think that by and large, people who are Republicans want conservative fiscal policy and smaller government because they believe that a big government doesn't know how to properly care for people, while I think that most Democrats look at some of the massive failures that our government has allowed, like the fact that Microsoft still exists as a whole company, or that all of the telecom companies still exist as whole companies, and think, boy, we should probably get government to do something about that because there's no way that small people can do something about that.
I mean, yes, that's fair, except I haven't heard that argument from the Democrat side in a very long time.
Yes, I know. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, then we start talking about this book. But yeah, so he does that a lot, where I'll send him something that contradicts his worldview, and then he'll be like, yeah, maybe you might be a little bit right, maybe, perhaps, perchance, possibly. Also, by the way, how about this completely unrelated topic I'm not going to start talking about? It's like, okay, buddy. Alright. Whatever.
Good talk.
Still
Thanks, crazy buddy.
The only reason why I'm even bringing it up is because I was not ready for him to just be like, but they're Jewish. It's like,
See, that's the kind of thing I would expect to come from you, partially as a joke.
yeah, probably I would.
But I would not expect him to just start yelling that, like, basically at the top of his lungs.
Like, he just started spamming, like this dude, he had them, like, lined up or something. Like, this wasn't, like, a spur of the moment, I'm gonna go to Wikipedia and then post it.
Like
it was like
man
a
has
fucking
these in
machine
the
gun.
favorites bar.
Yeah, like, this dude, like, it was a fucking machine gun. If he saw Fox News, and it was like, picture. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Did you just have these lying around waiting for me to post something about Fox?
Sir, did you have these tabbed?
I was like, what the fuck? Really got caught unprepared by that.
Anti-Semitism is the speed of light. Team Rocket's really gone downhill.
Right, yeah. Sounds like the kind of guy who just has to be right or he's gonna have a seizure. Yeah, that describes him. Yeah. That definitely describes him. I mean, you know, I like the guy, but he's just, he's He suffers heavily from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Not the Dunning-Kruger effect. The expert effect. I forget what that one's called. But the one where you think because you're an expert in one thing, you're like an expert in everything.
Because I have an engineering degree, obviously I know best about purchasing.
Yeah.
I could feel the spite on that one.
I'm sure he's had a lot of experience with that one, yeah.
No, there's absolutely no possible reason I might be coming up with that immediate example just off the tip of my head. No.
The Bill Nye effect? Yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Oh, we can call it that.
Interesting new name for it.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Bill got a little crazy in the... What is it with people from my childhood that I greatly respected and admired named Bill going fucking insane later? Bill Nye, Bill Watterson. My uncle? No, I'm kidding. My uncle's actually chill.
Fox showed up and was like, wait, what about me?
No, unless you're secretly related to a media conglomerate company.
Yeah. All right. Well, gentlemen, you know what? Let's get on the road with that fanfiction shit.
On the road again.
Do I have any fanfiction stories to talk about? No, I've been mostly just way too fucking busy to read fanfiction recently. That's mostly because well, everyone called out sick today. And one of the guys who barely ever did any work ever at all, ever, has medical leave now. I don't think he's coming back.
No. Yeah, probably not.
No. Yeah, I mean, he would constantly show up to work late. He was constantly calling out for, oh, my girlfriend's having a mental breakdown today. Oh, I'm having a mental breakdown today. Oh, my girlfriend's having a mental breakdown today. It was just fucking one after the other.
Bro, it sounds like your girlfriend
so
are pretty unstable.
it sounds like y'all wouldn't have survived ye olden times
Fucking
by sticking together.
Ye olden times? You mean the early 2000s?
Yes.
Those are, in fact, the olden times.
I'm sitting in my car and checking the updates before heading out to get something to eat, since I was a moron and forgot to get a spare propane tank for the grill. I thought I saw that and thought I saw myself. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's only 7 o'clock. Kind of late to eat, but, you know, I respect it.
I mean, listen, I usually end up eating at 8 just because I'm doing the show.
That's fair. Now...
And I want to be clear. I could definitely eat during the show, but I'm not a barbarian, so I don't eat at my fucking computer.
I'm offended.
How dare you call several people in this chat out like that?
Literally just called the entire server a barbarian.
Just because you don't know how to eat clean doesn't mean the rest of us are like that.
Exactly.
I know how to eat clean.
No,
I simply choose not to get grease on my keyboard.
Yeah, well,
I said, just because you don't know how to eat clean doesn't mean the rest of us are like that.
It's called not using your keyboard as a plate.
What kind of barbarian doesn't bring a plate to their room if they're gonna eat there?
You, apparently.
No, I have a set of disposable plates explicitly for the rare times I eat in my room. I simply don't eat anywhere near my computer.
Like I said, it's not our fault you're a dirty eater. Like, you're not hearing us here. We eat around our computers and don't get any mess on it. So you're a dirty eater,
I've literally never
apparently.
had to vacuum out my keyboard. I've never had to fucking do any of that sort of shit.
I promise you, you should vacuum. Even if you don't eat anywhere near it, even if you're the
probably
cleanest eater
should,
in the universe,
just because dead skin cells get in there. I probably should do that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I probably should because of the the existence of life. But yeah.
Like, I want to be clear. That one's not a people who eat their keyboard. That's you should really always clean that.
Yeah, maybe,
No,
maybe
it's
not.
it's your other thing calling us barbarians. That's the problem.
Anyway, so tonight we are going to look at Pokemon.
Oh God.
Yay!
You know, so I thought of it. And I really don't know how I would pull it off. But I would really like to one day, like, learn card tricks about like how to get the card up your sleeve. Just so when I'm playing Uno with someone, I can flick out 5 cards that replace that have the Uno backing, but are actually the Exodia cards on the face side. And so when they have Uno, I could be like, "You left me no choice, Exodia."
Oh, I just saw someone made a little comic of character playing Uno, trying to look sexy on a bed, and your first person view of dude just holding the 5 pieces of
No bet on how long it takes to get a bestiality story? Well, no, obviously not. Let's see what we got here.
Oh gosh, no, that's listen. We don't take sucker bets on this.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes tops.
Honestly, I think 10 minutes might even be generous.
Possibly. I'd rather face a champion.
You know what? Honestly, it depends on whether or not Solar's been in this section recently.
Hey, hold up now. Solar doesn't do that much bestiality. I mean, he really never did bestiality. I don't know what he does now.
Low-hanging.
But him and Writer for Hire, Writer Fanatic, I forget their name, but him and one other guy were the only 2 people back in the day of 2015. Him and one other guy were like the only 2 that ever actually wrote a Gardevoir story that didn't have sex in it at the time. And I only remember that specifically because I sent him a DM saying, "Hey man, I'm just really glad that you didn't put sex with Gardevoir into your story. Pretty much everyone else is doing it."
I'm sure he appreciated that review.
He did. It's how we're friends now.
Thank you for not being horny. The end.
Yes.
And I mean, listen. Like, to the people out there who are like, "Oh, Gardevoir is so pretty," I'm like, listen, okay, I can see where you're coming from.
Smash.
It's not real.
Smash. Smash. You ever see Markiplier's Smash or Pass list for Pokemon?
Was it just him saying smash to every single one?
Nearly every single one, yes.
Please tell me he said smash on Garbodor.
I don't know if he did the newer ones. I know he did the original 150.
Okay.
It was kind of like he does he's a decent actor, and he did a pretty good job presenting it, because it's like fucking like Beedrill pops up. He's like, smash. Zoelle Morris faces many challenges in her journey, but none as nerve-wracking as this. Join her as she learns the ins and outs of preparing the next generation of trainers as a kindergarten teacher. A hurt comfort fic. I'm I'm not sure I want to click on a story that features 6-year-old children and hurt comfort themes.
Yeah, that I've got a phone number here who might, they're a good friend. They might really be interested in your story.
Is it Chris Hansen?
No, I was going to say it's CPS, but
Oh, I suppose that works. Yeah. Man, imagine if the CPS was like the ATF and how they enforce their laws.
Holy shit, that'd be amazing.
Fucking they kick down the door, shoot the dog, shoot the shoot the parents.
Problem solved.
Congratulations, kid. You're an orphan now. You're safe.
Child, we've assured your safety by orphaning you. Can I have my parents back? Depends on if you want to join our necromancy program.
Search for power. After a devastating loss of the Sinnoh League, Ash learns of a new region with an even more challenging league. So after his devastating loss, he learns of a new place to go that's even harder.
I just got my ass kicked, bro. That's like starting Elden Ring, losing, and deciding, hey, let's go to this place called Caelid.
No. To be fair, I had that reaction in Elden Ring when I learned what Caelid was.
Okay, but Max, you're good at video games.
No, it's like getting your ass beat in Elden Ring and then going, oh man, this sucks. I'm gonna go play, Bloodborne.
Or no, I'm just gonna go play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
Yeah, easier game.
Okay, Fauna.
I was so mad when I learned that she was like, why do people play Dark Souls for fun? And then I find out, oh wait, she plays Bennett Foddy to relax. Get the fuck out of here. Incorrect opinion.
Well, Max, to be fair, she was also a support in Dota for 10 years.
She enjoys self-inflicted pain.
So, yeah, I think she might be a masochist.
Might be.
Anyway, can he win here, and what lessons will he learn along the way? Eventually, Ash will fuck my character. 81
for
chapters.
a second, I thought you said Ash will fuck mine character. I was like, whoa, hey, whoa, I don't know where we're going here, but I don't want to be here.
A 9-year-old character. Yeah, I mean, it's got 81 chapters. Pretty good. 300k words, so that puts that roughly 3,000 words a chapter. Maybe like 3.2. It's got 1,000 reviews, which is absolutely ludicrous considering it only has 81 chapters. That means he's getting roughly about like 120 reviews per chapter, which is again pretty crazy. 745 favorites and 592 follows. So some pretty skewed numbers overall. I mean, you would think a story with that much activity on it would have a bit higher of a number. And he's been updating the story for 14 years. Oh, Jesus Christ, 14 years. Oh, wait, hold on. 14 years. 81 divided by 14. Sorry. I am dumb. There we go.
Did you accidentally mute again?
Yeah, I accidentally muted again because I keep using the number pad for number things because of my years of doing that as a job. And it's just kind of instinctive for me at this point. Except I also have the number pad control all my scene transitions and my muting.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I accidentally muted myself.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you didn't really miss much. All I said was, "Oh my God, he's been writing this for 15 years."
We did some math. The math was disappointing.
Yeah, which now that I'm looking at it, apparently this guy might have come back from not writing it. Let's see. Oh. Wait. No. No, I'm not seeing anything in their author's notes about picking it up again, which means that, no, it was roughly about 5 chapters a year for 15 years straight. That's rough.
Bro, that makes you guys look like a pleasant update rate.
Yeah, that's
clip.
Fucking brisk. Yeah. Also, it does make me feel a little bit old as well, because I keep seeing various authors talk about their parents dying, which makes me realize that they're like 40 to 50 years old. Which makes it a little bit awkward. Also, yeah, Born, yeah, man, this guy is a fucking, this guy's a signlennial. Born April 5th, 1981. Texas. So yeah, he's like 40, 43? Means his dad died when maybe 60s? Well, that's rough. All my friends call me XG. I'm sure you have a lot of those. I'm sure you have a lot of those.
Who summons me from the void, beyond time and space?
Let's see. If you think there's a difference between talking to yourself and thinking out loud, copy and paste this into your profile. How old is Sign again? He's like 52.
Oh, he got a little bit younger. That was nice of you.
Yeah. I figured since he's not on the podcast, I might as well be honest about his age.
I should be nicer to him.
I'm out of rum. Truly terrible day. Should have got more rum. I only had 3 shots. I can't believe I'm out of rum already. If you are currently reading a story that you feel is outstanding but hasn't been updated in over a year, copy and paste this into your profile. If you believe racism is wrong,
talk about your own stuff.
If you believe racism is wrong, copy and paste this into your profile. If you know you're not perfect and don't care, copy and paste this into your profile. If you have friends who are gay or biased and you still accept them, copy and paste this into your profile.
I'm sorry, is this his fanfiction.net account or his fucking Facebook page?
There's a difference? I thought this was MySpace.
MySpace.
Welcome to my MySpace page! Here, have some MySpace radio!
Oh, that was the worst function of MySpace.
Everything's fucking like exploding and flashing on your screen, and your cursor is like the fucking car doing an infinity curve. And the text is like a blinding pink cursive script. Oh, God. When I was a child, AOL still existed. Man, we used to get those fucking discs all the time.
I remember. We, shit, I don't remember what game it was. I think it was the first Oregon Trail. We took a bunch of those old AOL discs and we put it on, we put it on an AOL disc that we'd reformatted. So then people will be like, what are you doing with that disc? Oh, I'm just going to browse the internet. And then you're fucking playing Oregon Trail.
Yeah, you reburn the disc to have Oregon Trail on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking needing the AOL disc to turn the internet on. Oh, God. You know, I actually knew a client at my current company that still pays for AOL Gold Pro.
That's a mood, all right.
Which is the desktop. The all-in-one desktop program that has your web browser, email, weather, news, file explorer. Yeah.
How old is this person?
Yes.
Oh no.
Is that service even supported anymore? Like,
I mean, they're still fucking paying for it, so I guess. Have you ever?
I wonder if even AOL knows about that. Like, do you think that some guy here
That's someone tell AOL?
Like, there's some guy who's just successfully office spaced like 40 old people?
Maybe.
Incidentally, children, I don't normally recommend old movies. If you haven't seen Office Space, you should. You need to see Office Space because it is unfortunately highly relevant and it will traumatize and prepare you.
I think mandatory viewing should be Office Space and Accepted.
Yeah. Also, I listen, Scott Adams went off the fucking deep end.
Yeah.
I want to be super clear about that.
Yeah.
Man went off the deep end and started throwing the N-word out like it was going out of style. In addition to a bunch of other like actually crazy things. That doesn't mean that his book about the Dilbert principle is any wrong. Like, that book is surprisingly relevant. For people who don't know, there's a management theory called the Peter Principle. The Peter Principle states that people will be promoted to their highest level of competence. There is an issue with this. That's not true. People will be promoted to their highest level of incompetence, where they will remain there forever.
That's the Dilbert principle?
Yes.
No.
The Dilbert principle is that people will be promoted to the highest level of incompetence they can without causing harm to the company.
I hate
Well,
that sounds
undue harm.
legit.
Undue
Yeah,
harm.
undue harm to the company. And the worst part is, it's totally right, baby.
Yeah.
In fact, people may, in fact, be promoted just to get them out of the way. Also, listen here, you. Get out of here with your fucking Statler and Waldorf. The only people allowed to Statler and Wall post in this chat is me and Nose.
And me. Anyway, yeah. I mean, sort of. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the Dilbert principle only applies so long as the company is doing too well. Because there does reach a certain limit where if you need to start cutting costs.
Oh yeah, no.
The incompetent
the
manager.
The Dilbert principle accounts for that by saying they are also the first people to be laid off.
Yeah. Okay. Regrets and Redemption. This was by the same guy.
I forget when it was, but he actually made like a little sub-addendum. He said, in fact, it's possible these people are kept around solely to be laid off. Right? Oh, we're doing too well. You guys, business is down. We got to cut headcount. Uh-oh. Bye, Jimmy.
To look like they're doing something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it.
All right, what do we got now? What's the latest piece of dog shit?
What the fuck? Firefly, queen of a new breed. Join Firefly, a winged Vulpix, as she battles Team Rocket and her own inner demons to become a queen and a legend among Pokemon. Vulpix times Growlithe. So even the Pokemon women can't escape the dog dick.
God fucking damn it, Sneaky. The moment you made a joke, I'm like, God fucking damn it, it got worse.
Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, I mean that story is completed. 87 chapters, 340k words. Updated over the course of 9 years. So I mean, yeah, this dude just writes really, really slowly. That's brutal. I mean, it looks like he completes all of his stories eventually before moving on to his newer ones. So there is at least that. So it doesn't look like he's abandoning these long-running stories of his to go make a new crappy story, but I don't know. I just feel like that's still not, I still probably wouldn't follow this author just for the sheer fact of how long it takes for him to get anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that he finishes stuff.
Yeah, but yeah. Don't care about Mystery Dungeon, it's always cringe. Let's see here, we got an Ash times May story. Okay, cool. Drifting in Eternity, okay. Region, okay. Heroes have to fight the bad guys, a new struggle has come, and they have to do it again. Okay, Bloody Evolution, we've already talked about that one, I think.
No, we've definitely covered that.
The Hyper Fang that will pierce the heavens. The top percentage Frittata was a legendary existence never before proven to work in the highest levels of professional battling, or any levels of professional battling. Joey, a reincarnated youngster, was willing to pull all of the stops into making this dream a reality and to make his partner ascend into the realm of champions. This is a humorous adventure.
Good, right?
A 24-chapter story with 128k words about a Rattata.
Die.
Pokemon, huh? It's never good whenever we look at this section.
And to top it all off, to add the insult to the injury of that other guy we were just covering, this one has 1,200 favorites. And just started last year.
You know what I dislike the most about this? That they're youngster Joey who was in Johto, but it looks like it's a Kanto fucking fic.
You know what they should do? They should make youngster Joey, but he's reincarnated and his last name's Yosuke. He's Joey Yosuke. This is the story of JoJo.
Die.
Oh.
You know it's actually canon. Yeah, you know it's actually canon in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Jesus being a JoJo, yes.
Yeah, Jesus being a JoJo.
That's
it's canon.
Statement.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cutting out there, Aussie.
He's got the exact same star birthmark, and if you go by some of the changed name,
you're cutting in and out.
Yeah. If you go by, he's got the star birthmark of all Joestars, and if you go by some of the descriptions of his name, it can be like Jesuit, son of Joseph, and other ones that I believe there's another one that actually starts with Joe.
It's because the last name, Joshua, was originally written with a Y, but it's pronounced with J now. So, Jesus Joshua. JoJo.
Man, there's quite a reduced cast on this stream today. There's not even a sign to make fun of.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Not even a nose.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Truly, indeed.
There, I added him.
Fair enough.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Honesty's the best policy.
Get in the chat. We need to bully you.
So, what made you choose Pokemon today where there is a non-zero chance we'll run into the fart guy again?
You know what? That's a fair point. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Oh,
God. Anyway, so this is the unveiling. An alternate history of Earth in which Pokemon evolved from real animals. And the legendary Pokemon walk the Earth in human disguise. How the fuck does that work?
Led by Lord Arceus the Alpha.
After centuries of devastating war, they found a way to coexist, led by Lord Arceus the Alpha. He's the Giga Chad.
No, so my mind is hoping it's Pokemon Alpha Pokemon, which is the big red-eyed ones, but I have a weird feeling it's an Alpha, Beta, Omega fic.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it's talking about darkness of the human heart.
Yeah, sounds like an AO3 Alpha, Beta, Omega fic.
Oh boy. Oh god.
They had a baby in 2022.
Too long, don't read. This story will be slow because I am a working mom. The main reason I stopped updating the original story I was writing is because I had a baby. That being said, my stories lived on in my brain. For the past decade, I have thought about this alternative Pokemon universe. That's a decade wasted. I mean, I'm just being honest here. Yeah, it's just like, you know. Oh, that's way better.
Over half of chapter 1 is just an author's note. Over half of chapter 1 of the Unveiling is just the author's note.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry, but oh, the Pokemon got evolved into by real animals, like.
Because apparently Dialga was a real animal who helped save Arceus and Arceus the alien's life. Arceus is an alien who turns people into Pokemon.
Okay, but that's not evolving from real animals then. Like, you don't say a tomato evolved a bug's ability to secrete pesticide. Like, it didn't evolve that.
No. And apparently this is 10,000 years before canon, but also they've just kind of randomly skipping to 4,000 BC, 3,000 BC, and then different time zones.
What they're saying is they're literally gonna pull the fucking thing that every Mass Effect fic that wants to do a totally AU universe tries to do, where they're like, alright, so AU universe, back in 1943...
There was a certain man who decided not to kill himself.
And then they just, like, do a bunch of fucking little biographical moments of, like, the year 1942, 1947, 1960, 1998, 2000, 2100. It's like, oh yeah, these events, they just totally happened. Legitimately, yeah, these events just occurred. Just believe me that they did happen the way I said they happened, and this is the result. Don't question it. Yeah, I don't know. I just I'm not not a huge fan of my first chapter is just gonna be a timeline so I can skip to the cool parts. But you have to totally believe me.
No, the next 2 chapters are also timelines, just different parts skipping past.
I know,
the next 2 chapters are also timelines skipping past, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, right? It's like, you know, I'm gonna have this like fucking these timeline chapters so that I can skip to the cool parts, and it's just kind of always like. I mean, you know, the story happening is kind of the cool parts. And if you can't tell me a fanfiction story without first telling me, like, the summary of the entire Wikipedia page of every single character, I kind of feel like you've failed at telling me a fanfiction story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm abandoning my other story. Yes, I've decided to abandon my other story in favor of writing a giant, sprawling history alternative universe Pokemon fic, which is why I skip past all of the alternative history.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Truly. I imagine once I lay out the groundwork... So the groundwork of you skipping past all of history. Oh, speaking of history, have you guys heard that Civilization 7 was just announced?
Oh, really? What war crimes can I commit there?
All of them, my boy. It's civilization.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Wonderful. God, my internet is going to hit. What the hell is it?
Will I ever stop working on this AU Pokemon world of mine? Absolutely not. Ho-ho.
Get the fuck out.
That's what they wrote.
Yep.
Also, my internet has become a stop sign. Every 5 seconds, it's changing from green to yellow to red to yellow to green to red to...
That's a stoplight, not a stop sign.
Stoplight, sorry.
The stop sign remains permanently red, like the flags you should have seen.
No, maybe
not
an
if you're colorblind.
Maybe an Aussie
Not if you're
land.
colorblind.
Well, the stop sign still wouldn't be changing colors then.
Not if I'm drunk enough.
That's fair.
No.
Yeah, that raises a good point.
Seek medical assistance.
No, you raises a good point. I
didn't say I was drinking enough while driving.
I do appreciate that in Civilization 3 they made a integer error which caused Gandhi to become Nuke happy.
Yeah.
And then
Be peaceful with Gandhi. Oh, you've become so peaceful you want war.
Yeah. I also appreciate that because of the integer error, they've just accepted that the community enjoys Nuke Happy Gandhi and have just made that the default personality from floor onwards.
I appreciate that they're like, you can put Gandhi into his historically accurate personality.
Yeah.
Or you can go the Civ personality.
Or his eyes can glow. Your choice.
Yeah.
High tension.
Listen, either there's gonna be peace or there'll be peace when no one's left alive. Your choice.
So, today, Roaring Kitty decided to do a live stream. He's the funny stocks guy. After years of being away, he has acquired 5% of GameStop.
I consider that to be a dangerous proposition.
Yeah, no, he's the fifth highest owner of GameStop stock.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
He holds power in the meetings. Oh no.
Yeah, no, he's got like something like 15 million shares and then like 25 million shares in options.
Wow.
Quickly, we must short GameStop to ruin this man.
No, it's great because he hosted his live stream and more people showed up for the live stream than they did for the Super Bowl.
What?
600,000 people.
Yeah.
It was great. Let him cook.
Let this man cook. And like the live stream literally had like 3 seconds of this is why I like GameStop and this is where I think they're going. And then the rest of the stream was just him shit posting the entire time and drinking beers.
Nice.
I see.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, also, if it's not true now, but if he exercised his options back when this morning was happening, he would be a billionaire.
Wow.
I mean, that's the thing. He is now actually reaching the levels of 1% where he doesn't actually need money.
Yes.
He goes and says, "My name is such and such. I have X amount of stock and Y options.
Yeah.
Lend me money at 0% interest. We can't lend you money at 0%. Lend it at 1."
Yeah, so it is really silly. It's really silly. So we'll see where this goes.
I can't believe he's finally become the 1% of all women on Tinder want.
Indeed. I will incorporate peasant Pokemon.
You will incorporate what?
Is this a mystery dungeon story?
No.
That's the only way that makes any sense to me.
I don't understand this at all. I will incorporate peasant Pokemon, if you will, from all generations.
So,
I'm not afraid of that crew causing big plot holes.
So, what I'm getting of this is Arceus is an alien, everyone else is his follower, and he brings them all up and empowers them. Is this just Pokemon Scientology in an alternate Earth?
Yes.
Of course it is. Can we just go on to the next fix? Actually, never mind. The next 2 fixes a very small 1.51, and the other's an AO3 story, which I'm googling now, and
this is a clean version. This is a clean version of my story. Visit AO3 for the adult version. This story is called Forbidden Waters by Jasper Evie. Emil is a quiet man with a well-kept secret. He has little to look forward to, but even less to complain about, as he works his life away and puts up with his obnoxious wealthy neighbor. That is until a once-in-a-lifetime sequence of events threatens to upend everything he has should he go for the catch. The AO3 tags are as the following. Rape.
Yeah. Vaporeon freeform. Recreational drug use. Bored with plot. Human Pokemon relationships. Talking Pokemon. Blood and gore. Slavery.
Suicide.
Conspiracy.
Suicide attempts. Marathon sex scenes. Egg laying, egg sex, public sex, canon divergence. Oh, I'm glad we fit that one in there.
So
glad they let us know that this wasn't going to fall off the rails.
Legal drama, psychological drama, slavery.
They have to let you know. They have to let you know there's original female characters, original male characters, and original Pokemon trainers.
Yeah. Also, lots of Pokemon sex. I promise there'll be plot.
Sure.
I don't believe you.
And the reason why I do not go on AO3 or pay attention to the AO3 filters is because on AO3, this individual has labeled his story E for everyone.
I thought that was E for explicit.
Oh, it might be E for explicit.
It is. It is explicit.
Okay.
FM, Gen, Other, MM, so it's got gay pairings.
Okay.
At least they've labeled it correctly, like...
Yeah, graphic depictions of rape, non-con violence.
Ah. Graphic depictions. Okay, so with all of that, how the fuck did he post this story cleaned up to FFN?
I don't think
apparently he's all he's taken away is 3,000 words.
I don't believe him.
Yeah, no, me either. with all those tags, and even though it says promise there's plot with the porn, only taking away 3,000 words of the sex scenes is... I don't believe him.
I don't believe you.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. We got Fallout, an apocalyptic threat lurking within Area Zero. Drags Florian and friends down into the crystalline caves for one more bout with the enigmatic paradox Pokemons. What will they find hidden among the bounty of treasure below the Great Crater? Will the young trainers be able to save the world? If they fucking find a nuke, I would laugh.
That'd be kind of sick.
Hey, you see that Great Crater? Yeah. Want to watch me make it bigger?
The first chapter, chapter 0, is not a chapter. It is just one big author's note.
Oh, okay. What's the author note say?
Hey, howdy, hey, esteemed colleagues and fabulous fans alike. Welcome to the big project I've been teasing, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Fallout. Bracket, no affiliation with Bethesda, though that TV show we just got is pretty good. Let's just say I've been fascinated with the idea of Paradox Pokemon for at least half a year. You'll have to read on to see how that fascination wormed its way into the deepest recesses of my mind. But rest assured, there are plenty of fun surprises in store. In fact, one of the reasons this has taken so long to pull together is because there will be multimedia elements embedded within the story and through auxiliary socials. I created some of these elements like a teaser
I have
image
made a Pokemon ARG. Are you not entertained? You know, I actually feel really bad for like the people that dig up the like Slenderman ARGs. Remember that era, the Marbled Hornets era?
I do.
Like,
I regrettably recall this era. Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. Some of them were actually really good. Some. We're talking like maybe 6 of them all were actually really good.
Weirdly, even with them being shit, for some reason, a lot of the shit games, the soundtracks were actually good.
Oh no, I meant the YouTube ARGs.
Ah, the YouTube ARGs, yeah.
There was like 6 people that like did an actually good job at it, and they weren't too hammy with it, and they actually got some like really nice indie special effects going on occasionally. Now, obviously, a lot of them kind of crashed and burned after they did their crossover events with each other, because like all the big popular ones did crossover events, and it was like, and then they kind of crashed and burned. So the real question is for me, did they do the crossover event because they saw themselves in their statistics crashing and burning, or did they crash and burn because of the crossover event? But
the world may never know.
The world might never know, and it's honestly actually kind of disappointing and sad, because I mean, there's a lot of shit that you can go dig up on YouTube and like just still watch and enjoy and be like, yeah, that was still pretty good. Like, even though it holds up, right? That era, due to the multimedia format of the ARGs, and it wasn't just Slenderman ARGs. Let's be clear here. There was a lot of other ARGs going on at the time that channels were hitting big off of. But like you can't go back to them now, because like the websites hosting the content and the emails, and like, oh, this person's Facebook page was part of the ARG, and so like their posts at the time that the videos were made were contributing to the clues they were leaving for the audience to snuff out. And like, so like you're not really able to go back and understand what's going on anymore in some of these, because of their tied up nature in the multimedia landscape. Really, the only one that holds up is Marbled Hornets because the entire thing was given with no audience interaction. Which is it's rip, you know. They tried to restart Marbled Hornets, but apparently some shit went on behind the scenes between the creators, and it crashed and burned. And they tried
That's
to do season 2. But you know, I mean, they spent like a year or two doing that, so I don't blame them for wanting to move on.
Well, you can underpress yourself by watching heading to memes and shitpost and seeing a man bagpipe while bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the guy who bungee jumped and dipped a biscuit into a cup of tea. Dun, dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
that's just being too British.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly something, I suppose.
Also, apparently this Fallout guy is going to be following his headcanon of Penny and Iono being sisters.
I think the funniest thing to do to someone, also hilariously cruel, so don't do it, but as a ride, like, safety officer, the best thing you could ever do is to go, oh no, and then push them off the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, no, there's
that guy who loves his job who goes, oh shit, looks like the seatbelts aren't working, and then sends the people down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. There's a whole production with them of like, oh shit, I've got an alarm going off. Hold on, let me grab it.
I think my favorite is, I haven't seen that error code before.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, I do end up telling people that when I'm doing IT stuff for work, is I like an error comes up and it's like the most generic ever, and I'll just go, oh, interesting. And they're like, no, what's wrong? Well, yeah, don't worry about it. Just interesting. I got it.
That's when you say interesting and just name an incredibly horrendous, like, really? Short stack goblin food out? You?
Yeah, somehow I feel like that is
Could
not
get you fired. That's what you do on the last day.
Yeah.
Why is someone writing a Pokemon fic that is just a carbon copy of Sonic 06?
Those are words.
It's literally named Pokemon 06. They've ripped off the entire story of Sonic 06 and the game and used Pokemon characters and an OC named Diego.
Of course.
Why? Also, my internet's going to shit and people are just constantly cutting out, so I'm off. See yous.
Alright, see ya.
Later.
I absolutely cannot post this in any sort of public forum, Max, but laugh at it anyway. So you've got Watcher of Arceus, Path of the Immortal by the Shadow Master of Weaponry.
That's certainly a thing you sent me.
It is. Watchers, the direct descendants of Arceus herself. What? A set of twins born with her power. What fucked Arceus?
Whatever Arceus wanted to?
Yes. Born in pairs, Yes. That is typically how twins are born.
Really? I thought they were born in quads.
These twins were meant to be a bridge to the gap that came between humans and Pokemon. Because one twin was born as a human and the other one was born as a Pokemon. Doesn't that kind of imply that humans are Pokemon?
They are, as far as we know.
Yep.
Like, if you have the same genetic material as the person next to you, and you're a Pokemon, and they're supposedly a human.
Wasn't there one of the games that explicitly went like, yes, humans are Pokemon because they also
Diamond
evolved?
and Pearl.
Yeah.
The Diamond and Pearl remakes, I think, in Japanese implied that humans and Pokemon did have intimate relationships.
Well, it wasn't just intimate relationships. It was specifically they used to have a common ancestor. But, yeah, okay. Alright. That's a thing. Very interesting twins. Suppose. The immortal twins, the godchildren, wandered the world. Oh, wait, she gave birth to multiple twins. She gave birth to pairs of twins. So it wasn't okay. So one pair of twins was humans and the other pair of twins was Pokemon, or was each twin pair one Pokemon, one human per twin group?
I'm not sure which of them's worse.
I'm really not okay with any of this.
They're both equally awful.
Yeah. But now only a single pair of immortal twins remain.
Ah, shit, they lost to fellow cultivators. I guess they weren't that immortal, eh?
Yeah, I guess they weren't that fucking immortal. Okay, let's see here. So we got the real summary is inside. Okay. Wow, a giant fucking legend. Okay. Full summary. The real summary. Born in pairs, these twins were meant to bridge the gap. One gifted to look human. Okay, so one pair of twins was gifted to look human, born besides a Pokemon companion. Okay, so one set of twins was humans, one set of twins was Pokemon, and the Pokemon were to be their companions. Interesting. So one set of twins is born into slavery? Interesting. Inseparable immortal twins, the godchildren wander the world not to preach the word of their mother, but to promote peace. Over the course of history, things change. Now, in modern times, a single pair of twins remain, the last of the once great godchildren. I mean, not very immortal if they can die. My neck is absolutely fucked up. So you walls of text, K, blah blah blah, trainers talking, Radra. To home at this time. What is a Radra? Do we know what a fuck a Radra is?
Not off the top of my head.
Radra, Pokemon. Okay, Radara is apparently a unique Pokemon that the author just invented.
Alright then.
Love it.
Oh, no, it's an Espeon. Okay. Sorry, my bad. It's an Espeon.
What?
It's an Espeon named Radara.
Oh. I think that's worse.
Might be, yeah. I'm at a friend's house preparing for his funeral. Oh, rough man. Let's see here. Okay, so ordering wireless links. So it'd be here, decide to visit, blah blah blah. Thomas Falcon, son of the DevCorp researchers, adopted son, not that mean much to you. Adopted son, look, you're their son, new Pokephone. Rumor has it, your blah, blah, battle company, new generation. How do I get one? Check the stores. Wait, so let me get this straight. Some fucking random Pokemon trainer is like, hey, I know that guy. He looks like the guy who's the son of some big shots at the company. And you just walk up to said dude and go, hey, get me one of them new phones. That's very bold. And stupid.
It's certainly a thing you can do.
That's yeah. It's like I don't think even like me. I don't think I'd ever walk up to some random person and be like, "Hey, you're the son of Bill Gates. Get me one of them new Microsoft computers." It's just like. Let alone the fact that I would ever meet any of Bill Gates' kids, if they're real.
That's an odd way to phrase that. What do you mean, if they're real?
If they're real.
Listen, Bill went to a lot of work to make those robo-children. They're just as real as other kids.
Oh, yes, of course, my bad. Check the stores. Come on, man. You're in with the big time. I hear your folks are working on it. They gotta have some prototypes. Give me one of those. He then pulled out his own Pokedex and then on his own phone. See these? This is a Hoenn Type 2 with extra memory with the original touchscreen attachment. That's all I use, it's all I need, and I'm not going to risk my parents' jobs to give out something that it's not even out yet. Look, it's all cool, man. I'm totally going to be the champion this year. No one can stand in my way. I got the money. Just give me the new phone. I've already acquired 22 of the 29 Hoenn badges.
The what?
Okay. I mean, that's a very interesting change to lore. I'm not a huge fan of that random change to the lore. I don't know who you're trying to impress. I don't know anything about these brand new Pokephones, nor do I care. I'm not helping you. I'm not getting my parents in trouble. Come on, dude. Don't you want to help the future Japanese grand champion?
My brother? You sound like an influencer.
You're right. Well, if cash doesn't interest you, how about a battle then? If you win, I'll pay you, and if I win, you get me that new phone. Thomas.
How about no, fuck off, those are not equivalent.
Yeah, Thomas simply kept walking.
Thank God, someone in the Pokemon universe to go, no, fuck off. Alternate suggestion. Fuck you.
Bro, come on. Why are you acting so high and mighty? It's just a phone. It's not like I'm trying to steal a Pokemon. Look, man, I'm not helping you. So you can take that big guy who's with you and leave me alone already. I'm not here to get anything from Devon Corp. I'm just passing through. Big guy who's with me? They turned and saw the big man at the end of the alleyway. He's not with me. Really, because I've watched him follow you around since you sat down at the cafe. If you really think you're just gonna rob me for your next phone, I'm going to repeat myself. I don't know anything about it. Now take that guy and leave. Thomas didn't need to finish his statement. He could already see the kid going for his belt as he walked back towards the street, muttering about Team Magma. Bro just set him up. Bro just set him up. Let's see here. Seems there's more and more of them every cycle. They won't be able to hide themselves any longer. They keep recruiting. Yeah, okay. They did things, some backstory crap. Wait, hold on. I'm fucking confused here. Is Thomas the fucking main character, the Godchild? Like, they were unable to have their own kid. They took care of him since he was an infant. Okay, so Thomas is not the Godchild. They were always good to him, proper values and manners. He had to make a choice soon. I wish I didn't have to lie to them. Telling them the truth, it'd be the same as killing them myself. I won't let them fall victim to the same fate that claimed Leah and Hansel. Wait, hold on. He was raised by them as a baby. His dad is dead. Except he's talking about what happened to the other two. Wait, are these guys reincarnating? I am so confused. Is the main character the fucking immortal godchild or not? I am so confused. There's still time. You have 2 years before the process runs its course. It's better to leave them early. We've had few close encounters already, and even though I'm not going for the league, my face is becoming too well known. Besides, I turn 18 in a few days. They'll want to celebrate that. Well, as soon his body would stop aging. Wait. Wait, so he is an immortal godchild? Wait, so Arceus is just going around and fucking random people left and right continuously through the millennia to birth constant twins?
Arceus is Genghis Khan? Changed my mind.
I mean, Alright. We're just gonna move on. That shit was boring as fuck. Let's go with rated all language English. The Gardevoir who lived. I just heard Atin scrunch out of existence.
My soul cries out for deliverance.
The summary is in first chapter. Fem Harry is a good Pokemon, good Dumbledore, Grey Severus. Rating for eventual pairing, Fem Harry and Ash. I dare anyone to take on this story if they think they can do better.
I know I can do better, but I have no desire to touch this.
I have a plate of shit in front of me, and if anyone has a problem with the shit I'm shoveling into my mouth, they're free to go get their own plate of shit and shovel it into their mouths faster. Such an eloquent argument, author.
I have the biggest, moldiest onion. And if you think you can do better, you're welcome to find one.
It would be great to get better reader help with this story. Prologue now 1 chapter, new chapter now uploaded, but it may be a while before next one. 8 chapters, 9,000 words. Ash times Gardevoir. I have so many questions. I have to click on this.
I'm concerned.
I need to know. So the reviews say the following. I want to say this story has potential, but I gave up reading after I read the first sentence.
Oof. That is savage.
That's something, alright, okay. And the reason I gave up reading was that it was as long as the first paragraph.
Oh no.
One
of those.
And you can fix this with proper punctuation. And if you need to learn how to use Google, it's just a few keystrokes away. Alternatively, you can call a friend or ask the audience. We ran out of 50-50. Jokes aside, I hope you take my criticisms. I hope you do too, author. Solgaro is type covering is better than Lunala, which is weak to one well-placed dark type move, Dark Pulse, doubly so if Paralyzed, which have Pokemon speed stat for battle, same with Burning Habitat. Okay. Some of your rules are unreasonable. Example: Misty, Iris, Black and White, and Hermione, while Bossy get better, have character growth down the line. Like in Johto, Misty is toned, but she is tomboy, and Ash was obnoxious in the beginning, And the league thing Ash wouldn't learn if he didn't lose, except Unova won, but rest showed Ash improved with how he placed. P.S. Battle Frontier is harder than League as in-game, and anime special conditions like Battle Factory, you have to use rental Pokemon. I think I'm edging an aneurysm.
You're not alone. Like, what the fuck is he saying?
Guest says, "What is this drivel? Go jerk off the Pokemon porn, you weirdo."
Ooh.
This story has potential, but it has major problems. Problem 1, walls of text. Problem 2, inconsistent chapters. Holy shit.
Damn, fucking reviews tearing this.
God damn, this is just a massive wall of text. Harry/Titania becoming a Gardevoir before she starts the adventure when she met Ash at young age makes complete sense.
Does it? Does it really, author?
Does it really? You sure about that?
Are we entirely, chat? Are we all on board with that one? I don't think we're all on board with that one.
I'm sorry, I like your idea. It's just too rough for me to read. You often make author notes like this character does this or doesn't do that in canon in the same paragraph, and it's really jarring. Then you have Athena, the Greek goddess, who has no relation to Pokemon, just show up. What? What?
What the fuck did I just hear?
Hey, yo, I've been flashbanged with words.
This summary will be an alternative universe to my Tootie Potty story. We almost made it through a whole stream. We almost made it through a whole stream. The only thing different is the script will be the result from killing Curse Lily Protection Ritual interacting in unexpected way. Jesus Christ. I repeat my previous sentence, yeah. So the author doesn't know what quotations are or how to use them or what punctuation is or what capitalization is. All right. Let's I need to take pain meds.
Which means Sneaky's going to be drinking.
I regret running out of things to drink. Alcohol-wise. Okay. You guys ready for this? I'm gonna read it.
Are y'all ready for this?
Thank you. It's Halloween 1991 in Godric Hollow, England. I don't think that's a time or a place, but okay. And Voldemort has attacked Potter after a short duel with James Voldemort. I didn't know James was named James Voldemort. After a short duel with James Voldemort uses killing curse, he dropped dead. Voldemort then corner Lily and baby Harry. He said, "Stand aside and let me kill child, and then you'll live." Lily says, "I'll never let you kill my son. Kill me instead, but leave my son out of this." And Voldemort then says, "Very well, if you're so eager to die, I'll oblige you." By saying this, he entered magical contract that states even if he tries to kill Harry, he'll be killed by his own magic, but he's determined to see Harry dead no matter the cost. He walks up to Cribbe and says, "I can sense your potential, and if I wasn't dead set on killing you, I would have taught you everything I know except how to split your soul if I had known consequences of doing years ago. I never would have done it, but it's too late for me. Goodbye, hope you have nice afterlife." He then aimed wand at Harry and recite Avada Kedavra, and unknowingly he broke contract that he just agreed to. And the moment the AK hits Harry...
The moment Harry got hit with the AK...
He grew a Stalin hat and then said,
Russia,
"Nine, comrade!"
In Soviet Russia, AK hit you.
In Soviet Russia, baby, kill you. Unknowingly, his AK is reflected back to him and it kills Body and he becomes Shade due to Horcruxes. Second, when AK hit Harry, Lily Protection Ritual kicks in and the two interacting have unexpected results. First, Harry turned into shiny female Ralts, and then he's teleported to Pallet Town in the Kanto region of Pokemon World.
I gotta say, if it was that easy to enter a binding magical contract that could fucking murder you, I feel like wizards would be far more careful with their fucking words. Buddy.
Yeah, you would think so, right? Also, all of the regions of the Pokemon world are hidden inside the Bermuda Triangle.
That is some weird space-time fuckery.
That's
I mean, they do have two space-time gods, so...
I know, but...
That is, that's an interesting lore tidbit, I suppose, yeah. Third, before the now female... Oh, so he got transed as well?
Yeah, they said it was a shiny female Ralts.
Right, but I thought Harry was female to start with. No. Harry was male, and that got turned into a female Ralts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? You did a female Ralts, so they're still going to become a Curlia? That is a dick move, author.
They would always become a Curlia?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a Ralts, they might be like, okay... Maybe I'm still male for whatever this species is, and it just looks bad. Becomes a Curlia.
Sure, but you can have male Gardevoirs.
Yes, I know.
Okay, just so we're clear.
Yes, I know that male Gardevoirs exist.
No, Dad, don't take it. That's such a fucking good one. Oh god. Oh god, I have to find that video now.
I forgot Simon was going to the funeral.
Yeah.
He mentioned it before. That sucks.
Is it Sleepy Oak? I don't think it's Sleepy Oak. Drunk Oak. I think it's Drunk Oak, yeah. Where's the fucking Gardevoir? Oh, that's something else. Damn, they're posting some fucking wild shit on here. Yeah, here we go. Part-time job. And yes, as horny as some of these thumbnails get, I don't know if he's changed in the past year.
Oh, this.
But, like, as horny as the thumbnails get, it's not actually horny animation. They're actually kind of funny animations. The premise of the video I just linked was the dad goes to take a modeling gig for women only because he has a Gardevoir's body. And the daughter is not happy. Yeah. Comedy.
Anyway, you know what? It is 7:50.
Yeah.
You want to keep this shit show going?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this story and then we'll call it.
Oh, we're not finished with this. Oh God.
No, we're not finished with this. Of course
there remains more shit on the pile.
We have a whole 5/6 of a chapter left. Then before the now female Harry is sent away, a piece of Voldemort's soul attaches itself to Lightning Bolt's scar on her forehead that appeared due to explosion that result from interaction between life-taking spell and life-preserving ritual. Rubius Hagrid and Sirius Black show up and find Lily and James bodies, but they don't see Harry anywhere in sight, so they assume he's alive but disappeared without trace. Then he decides to split up with Hagrid going to Surrey to tell Minerva McGonagall and Albus Dumbledore the situation, while Cyrus tracked down Petey Pettigrew in Muggletown. Peter says that Cyrus, how could you kill Lily and James? He then sent bombardment spell to nearby gas tank that kill 13 Muggles, Bombarda. Rather than be stunned by axe, Cyrus recite Petrificus. Latin's a bit hard to say while slightly drunk. Petrificus Totalis, and stuns Peter and Barty Crouch Sr. and Auroras appear from... Wait, does he stun Barty Crouch Sr.? I have no idea. And then the Auroras appear from where they were hiding. They saw everything. Barty Crouch Sr. says, well done capturing him, but we still need to question you with Veritaserum, whatever, to dissolve any doubts that you are innocent. They go to Wizengamot courtroom and Cyrus is questioned, and Veritaserum is powerful truth potion that with just 3-drop disable ability to lie until antidote given. Cyrus reveals that there was no way on God's green earth. That's right, Cyrus swears by God. To a bunch of pagans. Yeah, that checks out. Because he's Harry's magic-bound godfather, which means his magic would kill him if he tried to betray them. Yes, of course. These wizards seem to have a lot of ways to kill other wizards with instant one-hit KO spells and rituals and agreements. It's honestly shocking that the population isn't even lower than it already is. Then Peter is given, and he admits to everything, even going as far to reveal that there's nobody that deserves second chance in Voldemort's circle of Death Eaters, because you need to willingly kill someone to get Dark Mark. As a result of revelation, all of Inner Circle Death Eaters are captured. Even Lestrange Trio are captured before they can torture Longbottom family to insanity. After speedy trial, prove their guilt rather than send them to Azkaban. They just kill them all. England celebrate fall of Voldemort, and Harry named boy who lived along that world would change when he appeared 10 years later. Meanwhile, in Pallet Town, Kanto region, Bermuda Triangle, 6-year-old Ash is interacting with Pokemon that were sent by Pokemon trainer to Professor Oak Ranch, when suddenly shiny female Ralt appear in front of him, and he says, "Hello there, I'm Ash Ketchum, and I'm going to be a Pokemon master." And then Harry Potter telepathically replies with, "Isn't it like 3? Jesus Christ. Hi, my name Harry Potter, but guess I'll name change since I'm now female." Ash then said, "I have name in mind. How about Titania after Queen of Fairies, since from what I read, you're psychic fairy type Pokemon. Harry, innate magic and new psychic powers, except new name." And Titania said, "I love it." "Where do we go from here?" Ash said, "I'll have to introduce you to Mom and Professor Oak." Titania says, "Okay, let's go then." These words are causing me severe psychic damage. Good. Then they go Professor Oak lab. Before they find Professor Oak and Delilah Ketchum, an overconfident hothead named Gary Oak rears his head. "Hey loser, you have shiny Ralts with let me have it." Before anyone can react, Titania's psychic power react to temper flaring, levitate him few feet off ground, telepathically asks, "Who do you think calling my friend names and try to take me from him?" Gary says, "Impossible, you're nothing but a newly hatched Pokemon. How are you able to control your power to this extent?" Says a 6-year-old Gary Oak. Bro's got like the fucking Mentat children, Jesus Christ. Oh god. Okay. Maybe I'm prodigy to my race or something, she say. Then says, "Unless you want to have dreams you have shattered before they can come to fruition, you will learn humility and get along with Ash." Said the 3-year-old / newborn Harry. Why? Author has no concept of pacing. Well, no, they don't. She then drops him to the floor and he leaves to do meditation. What? Gary, 6-year-old Gary Oak leaves to go do some meditation? Yeah, alright. Professor Oak and Delilah saw the whole thing and he says, "Well done controlling your powers to the extent you did, but thanks for giving him lesson in humility. I swear he was getting as bad as his father Blue." Delia says, "You so cute, I want to hug you." Ash then step in and says, "Professor Oak, Mom, this is Titania. She's shiny female Ralts who appear in front of me when I was interacting with Pokemon at the ranch." Professor Oak and Delia say, "Nice to meet you." One after the other, Ash then said, "Professor Oak, I want Titania to be my starter in 4 years when Pokemon Journey begins." Professor Oak say, "Okay, I'll grab special Pokeball called Luxury Ball, which has built-in features that increase the bond of Pokemons and trainers."
This is fucking stupid.
He then rummages through his Pokeball collection that he gathered when he young hotshot trainer who thought he could take on World Fine Luxury Ball hands it to Ash. Ash throws it to Titania and he pulls it in and shakes 3 times. It signals that it was success. Ash does fanfare that he does in anime when he caught Pokemon.
What? Author. No.
He then releases Titania from her ball and they both feel strong bond forming, not knowing that 10 years later it make them couple.
Cease and desist, author.
And come out on top. While the idea of human and Pokemon couples are frowned upon, it by many it not illegal.
That's something in fic.
Yes.
Oh no.
There's no laws against the Pokemon, Atin.
No, Joker, don't do it.
There's no laws against the Pokemon.
I need you to shut up.
Ash and Delilah and Titania leave the lab, go home, or before they enter house, Arceus appears! Bro, what?
Bro, what the fuck?
And says telepathically, "Titania, I know your origins, and you have soul fragment of man who tried to kill you in your head. The reason I showed up is to remove it from you. Please get rid of it, Lord Arceus," Titania say. He then bows a move from Ho-Oh called Sacred Fire and incinerates Titania. But instead of damaging her, it has a secondary effect. Since it's a Pokemon version of Phoenix Fire, it's holy water and kills the Horcrux.
Not how anything works.
And as a consequence of the Horcrux being in her, she can never go back to being human now. Huh? God then turns to Ash and says, "Ash, you have a destiny ahead of you, and it'll be really awesome, so I'll be watching you carefully." He then leaves and returns to the Hall of Legend, and Ash and Titania have 4 years of peace and get together really well. And then they'll do training. And then they'll have 6 years of adventure around Pokemon World, and once Ash has been granted title of Pokemon Master by become champion of all regions in Pokemon World, at the end of 6-year adventure, Titania Hogwarts letter would appear, and then 7 years of adventure began. What? Huh? Huh? What? Author's note. I forgot to mention in last chapter, due to being Pokemon, Titania has lost the ability to speak human language. But okay. Sure. All right. just assume that whenever she says anything, she does it in telepathy. Because this will break the language barrier, because telepathy is a universal language. Actually, it's not. Actually, people do actually think in English and think in French. And people who are bilingual and multilingual actually talk about how they will think in different languages depending on what they're doing at the moment. So I mean, there's just that little fun fact there. I do get kind of irritated whenever an author uses telepathy as like this like universal cure-all translator. It's been 1 year since Titania became Waltz, and she learned a shit ton of moves. And also Ash has psychic powers now because he bonded with Titania so much. And unlike a psychic Pokemon, he has limits. Oh
wow, author, you put limits on someone? Daring today, aren't we?
Shocking, yeah, right. Author's note, I forgot to mention in the last chapter that chapter 1 won't be text heavy, but in 2 chapters Ash is 10 years old.
Won't be text heavy?
Yeah. And get Pikachu as his second starter, and Pikachu will also be female. Okay. Titania is now level 19 and just needs one more level till she evolves. And then they fight a level 18 Dratini, and then she evolves.
And then they capture the Dratini?
Nope. Looks like she just evolves. They kind of just ignore it after she kills it.
That's a bold move, author. What have you got against Dratini?
Dratini!
Listen, the first time I, as a guy, ever felt comfortable saying that's cute was upon seeing Dratini. I was like,
yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah.
And I want it.
Yeah.
So I shall enslave it.
Yes. Congratulations on becoming Coralia. Titania, whose telepathic voice had matured. Blah, blah, blah. Ash will shock the gym leaders. Author's note. In next chapter, Titania will be level 5 and Ash will be 9. Making Titania a Gardevoir by the end of the prologue and at the start of the Indigo League. Jesus Christ, if I had a Gardevoir at the start of the fucking caves, that'd be some cracked ass bullshit, let me tell you. I don't like Misty, so I'm going to have a girl from a different part of Ash's journey join him instead. Dawn is my choice, but Serana is a childhood friend, and their bond would be strictly at sibling level.
Damn, you're just gonna fucking take Misty out back and shoot her, huh?
Yeah. It's been a year since she evolved, and she's level 25 now, and she learned even more game moves. Yep, and she's stronger than an Alakazam. That's interesting, considering that Alakazam outclasses Gardevoir by a fair margin at max level. And Titania just casually breaks that glass ceiling, keeping a woman down, I suppose.
There are female Alakazams, aren't there?
Yeah. That's not important. The message is important.
I see. Okay.
Ash got smarter and smarter and smarter, and he's going to be really smart and a great strategist by the time they start their journey. Author's note: next time prologue ends and the journey begins, Pikachu will finally appear when they meet a girl, and she will join them. And Titania will knock out the whole Fearow flock and evolve into a Gardevoir. And then Jesse, James, and Meowth will abandon Team Rocket when they encounter Ash and join up with Ash and adventure with him. Why? It's been another year. Big day arrive. She evolved into Gardevoir. Blah blah blah. Words and crap. No one fucking cares. Yeah. Okay. So the Pikachu talks with. Oh. So that's why Athena shows up. So Ash names Pikachu Athena for some fucking reason, which apparently attracts Athena, the god, to bless Pikachu later on in the story, if the reviews are anything to go by. So then beats up the whole Fearow flock. And then Titania becomes a Gardevoir with triple D breasts. And she has a princess dress. Oh, God. I'm happy you made it there in one piece. My grandson owes me $1 million since he bet that you wouldn't catch any Pokemon getting there. And then Oak sees Gardevoir and goes, "Congratulations, you are now the most beautiful Pokemon in the world." Jesus Christ, author, can you hang your horny up for 3 seconds?
3 seconds? How about 3 sentences?
Thanks for the compliment, Professor, and then they hung up.
The answer, by the way, audience, is no. No, he fucking can't.
And then she says, "Thank you for the compliment, Miss Ketchum." And Delia says, "None of that now. Call me Mom. I always saw you as a daughter, and then you're gonna marry my son in 6 years. And then you'll call me Mom for real."
What the fuck?
It's a reasonable deadline for a wedding, but I don't expect you to have kids with him until I'm 20 years old? Oh, Ash. Ash is replying back to his mom saying that's a reasonable deadline for a wedding, 6 years, but don't expect me to have kids with her until I'm 20. That is being very generous, but okay. And then Team Rocket show up. And Titania beats them up. And Meowth goes, "Well, if that's what we're gonna have to fight day in and day out, I'm not gonna steal her for the boss, I'm just gonna quit." And Jesse says, "Yeah, that's crazy, insane levels of power from that Gardevoir. We're better off just joining up with that trainer instead." And Officer Jenny shows up and goes, "Well, I mean, if you guys aren't going to be terrorists anymore, I guess I can leave you in the trainer's custody to join him and his gang." What?
There's so much stupidity going on.
And so then the cop walks up to Ash and is like, "Yo, tell me your name and give me your Pokedex. I am placing these criminals in your possession."
What?
What? And then Meowth walks up and says, "Don't worry, if you guys need money, I'll just use Payday on Pokemon to make them drop more money than they normally would when you beat them up." And I'll act as a translator when you need to talk to your Pokemon. Wait, can't his hyper telepathic Pokemon
do that?
Yeah.
No.
Apparently
Sneaky,
not.
Sneaky. They can only speak They can only speak human, not other Pokemon.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sneaky, do you know how racist it is to assume that a Ralts can just understand what a Pidgey is saying? God.
Of course. And then if you need sparring partners, me and James will do that. And Ash was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so they join up with Ash. Jesus Christ.
Author, what the fuck?
Please stop writing. It is for everyone's benefit.
It is in the interests of everyone that you cease speaking.
Also, please learn what a sentence is and how to punctuate one. Due to a network error? Due to a network? This is ridiculous. This is discriminatory. There we go. Network error, my ass. Anyway, so we're just gonna end it here. We're just done. We're done. We're done with this. We're done. Nope. We're done. Yep. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday because there's always more and it always gets worse.